Good day, follow me. Let me explain what quantities are all about. In physics, sometimes you hear physical quantities, you hear derived quantities, you have fundamental quantities. Sometimes you'll be wondering what they actually mean. Alright, so follow me. Let me show you the meaning of those things and how they are related. So let's go. We have these quantities. When it comes to physics, like I said, we have quantities. They are those physical, measurable things that you can easily measure. All right. For example, you have force. You can measure force. You say, look at the amount of force we have. You can measure what? Weight. So weight is there. You can measure mass. You can measure speed. You can measure what? Work, energy. You can measure what? Height, length, even width. You can measure what? Area, volume, and so on and so forth. And all these, they are regarded as what? Quantities. Alright, these quantities, they are divided into two. We have the one we call fundamental quantities. We have fundamental quantities. Fundamental quantities. Can you see that? And we have the one we call what? Derived. We call them derived quantities. Right? So when you say fundamental quantities, what do you mean? Fundamental quantities are those quantities that are not gotten from any other quantity. They are not dependent on any other quantity. They are on their own. You can't get them from any other one. They are originator of other ones, so they are on their own. They are the fundamental. Why these derived quantities? They are gotten from here. Either you manipulate this, maybe you multiply or you divide, or you find raised to the power 2 or raised to the power 3, or you square, all those things. You manipulate these quantities for you to get this. But these ones, they are on their own. They are the originator. But these ones, they are not on their own. They are dependent on this. You get this by manipulating what you have here in order to obtain this. Either you multiply 2 or more fundamental quantities to get this, or you divide, or you raise to the power 2, or you find the root, whatever. Manipulate this to get this. Alright, so examples of fundamental quantities, we have examples like this. Number one we have is that we have time. Time is a fundamental quantity. You cannot get it from any other thing. It's not dependent on any other quantity. Next one we have is that we have mass. Next one we have length, like this. We have length. Next one we have temperature. We have temperature. All right, we have current of electricity. Can you see that? Current of electricity. All right, we also have amount. We have amount of substance. Can you see that? So all these are more, they are what? Fundamental quantities. They cannot be gotten from any other quantity. They are not dependent on any other quantity. They are the fundamental. They are the building blocks of other quantities. Alright, these derived quantities, they are gotten from where? The fundamental quantities. Examples, we have examples like this. Okay, we have speed. Speed is here. We have velocity. Velocity can be found here. Alright, even force. Force is here. Then we have what again? We have volume. Can you see? We have area. Area is here. Alright, we have acceleration. We have acceleration like this. Can you see that? What else again? We have density. Density is here. There are many of them. We have what? We have energy. Energy can be found here. Even work can be found here. We have moment. Moment can be found here. We have momentum. We have, just mention them, a lot of them can be found here. All these ones, they are gotten from here. They are dependent on the fundamental quantities. Alright, sometimes instead of hearing quantities, you hear what? Units. You hear what? Units. So let's explain what fundamental units and derived units are all about. We have units like this. We have units like this. Can you see that? So units units can be classified into two also. We have fundamental units and what? Derived units. So when you hear derived units, remember it is no longer quantity. Let me show you this. It's units. Okay, we have units like this. So units can also be classified into two. We have fundamental units and what? Derived units. So fundamental units, they are units of what? Fundamental quantities. They are units of what? Fundamental quantities. Likewise, derived units, they are units of what? Derived quantities. All right, we have example like this. We have examples. Examples include, for example, of fundamental quantity, we have time. So we have time like this. The unit is what? Is second. Can you see? So look at it here. This one. Likewise, we have mass. The unit is what? Kilogram. Can you see it? We have kilogram. All right. We have temperature. Temperature. The unit is what? Is Kelvin. Can you see that? All right. We have length like this. The unit is what? Is meters. We have current. Current of electricity. Current of electricity, we have it like this, and the unit is what? Is ampere. So all these are more, they are examples of fundamental units. All right. What of derived? They are units of what? Derived quantities. We have example like this. Examples like this. We have speed. Speed is what? Meter per second like this. Meter per second like this one. Then we have area. Area is we have meter raised to power 2. We have volume. Volume, we have meter raised to power 3. We even have density like this. We have density to be kilogram. Kilogram per what? Meter cube. Can you see that? Kilogram per meter cube. So all these ones, as you can see, look at examples of derived units. This one examples of fundamental units. So when you look at this, now you notice that all these ones they are gotten from here. Let me explain it. Like speed now, we have meter per second. This meter is unit of length, and second is unit of time. So for you to get unit of speed, you have to come here, get meter, and get time. Time, look at it here. You get time like this, put here, and this one. Likewise, this one, 2 meter times meter. That's what happened here. This one, meter times meter times meter. This one, kilogram over meter cube. All these we are derived from here. That's why we call these derived units. Why these ones they are fundamentals. From this we build these units. All right, they are what? Fundamental units, and they are derived units. All right, so that is it.